Hello and welcome in once again to Vegas Square Morning Show. Filling in again, as I will be for the next few weeks, for Aaron Crouch. I am your host, Michael Carvelis, aka the producer, as I'm known on this show. We are live coming at you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Pacific, aka 10 a.m. Eastern. And don't forget to catch Vegas Square Gambling Show Thursdays at 9 p.m. Pacific, including this Thursday without me. That should be fun to watch. And of course, follow Vegas Square under the Vegas Square umbrella at Vegas Square TV on Instagram and X. We are presented by MyBookie.ag. Promo code 12OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces, for up to a $1,000 first deposit bonus. As always, the early thoughts from Sin City have been postponed until Aaron gets back out of respect for him. And this will be our opening segment, which was called Mike Said It First. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to talk about Lakers star, or Lakers, I guess he's a star right now. Hold on, Lakers. I'm tweeting this out, and it's hard as a producer. Hold on, this is so fun. Alrighty, so basically, you got to get the views up, right? So basically, we know that LeBron James Jr., aka Bronny James, I guess if he's going by Bronny on the ESPN app, I guess he is I don't know if he's legally Bronny, because I know that he wanted to get away from his dad. Anyways, side tangent there for no reason. I am a huge LeBron James fan. I believe LeBron James is the greatest basketball player of all time. I think he's up there with the greatest athletes of all time, with Wilt Chamberlain and a very select few. He is that dominant. His son is nowhere near as great as he was, especially at this age. Here's the thing. Bronny James was rightfully drafted in the second round by the Los Angeles Lakers. Why not take a flyer on the son
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play.
Years, we've connected fans to the game. But just like athletes and leagues, we must evolve and grow. This fall, 12 Ounce Sports is taking our game to the next level. Montana, we'll see you in October.
Thank you. We are back. We are definitely back. I know what happened. It was a power surge, but instead of harp on that, I'll get back to my Mike's in it first here on Vegas Square Morning Show, and I'll get to this again. Okay. We're on? Okay, we're good. Okay. So, I'm a huge LeBron James fan. I think he's the greatest athlete, well, one of the greatest athletes of all time. I think he's almost by far and away the best basketball player we've ever seen play in the NBA. Okay? I believe that. His son, as I said before the break, or before the power surge, is nowhere near that talent level. But I have run into something as an aspiring media member, which I guess I kind of am in some regards. I have run into quite a few takes about Bronny James that kind of sound like an echo chamber. They sound like because a couple of experts said Bronny is not very good, everyone started saying, oh, he can't play. It's only because of his father that he's in the NBA. He doesn't have a feel for the game. He can't shoot. He can't play defense. I'm like, hold on. Now, I will give Pete the scouts credit for this so far. In his first ever preseason game, Bronny James played with his father on the court. Congratulations, LeBron. Congratulations, Bronny. That's a big accomplishment. As we know, Bronny has changed his name to Bronny instead of LeBron James Jr. because of the fact he does not want to be in his father's shadow. He wants to make a name for himself, and that's commendable. But in 13 minutes, if the box score I read on ESPN app was correct, he shot one field goal as a three-pointer and missed it. So scored 0 points, had, I believe, 4 turnovers and 3 personal fouls and 2 defensive rebounds. That's the stat line for Bronny James. It's not great. But here's what I'm going to get mad at. Well, not get mad at, but just raise concern to people, especially if you have podcasts, because the internet, as much as people tell me I just do podcasts for fun, the internet lasts a long time, man. People will find tweets of yours from God knows when you were 12 years old. Everything you put on the internet can come back to haunt you. And I'm not saying that to say that you shouldn't, have any takes. Wow, Jets just fired Robert Saleh. I don't know why that didn't happen sooner, but we'll get to that. I guess I can get to that at the end of the show. We'll get to that soon. Basically, back to my Bronny James point, I just want to say to people, please watch the games. I am so tired of hearing people say, like, especially in the NFL, it's this quarterback stinks because he's not good at this. Like, well, what did you see? Because I heard Mel Kiper and Todd McShay say the same thing you just did, but what did you see? You can tell when people watch games and when they don't if you listen to the details of what they say. Like, for instance, when I get to my Monday Night Football recap, it's going to be a lot of generalization about the game. It's not going to be about a certain down or a certain throw. It's going to be about things that I tried to catch. I had to work last night. But don't let people tell you they all watched the preseason debut, because they did. I didn't, and I'm a LeBron James fan, and I think it's an awesome moment. But did I wake up or take off work for that moment? No, I didn't. And don't let other people tell you they did. And while accounts like StatMuse and others, and even experts, are very good at what they do, it does not mean they are always accurate. Now, StatMuse, of course, just posts box scores. That's fine. Fans will see the box score, and I guarantee you 80% of the conversation will be from the box score only. Again, I guarantee you most of you did not watch the Lakers preseason debut. It just doesn't. Fans just don't do that. As great as the moment was in my mind, I didn't do it. So what makes me think you did it? You didn't. When you're judging Bronny James, judge it from the mindset of a second-round pick. Can he contribute to any Lakers success? Lakers draft very well in the last 10 years. So many of their Scottie Pippen Jr., who I believe they drafted or signed as a free agent a few years ago, went like 4 for 4 from 3 in the same, like last night in the preseason. Julius Randle has looked really good since leaving the Lakers. There's a few guys that have looked really good since leaving the Lakers. They drafted Austin freaking Reeves. No one saw him coming except for diehard Arkansas fans. So watch the games, think for yourselves, and when you hear other people talk, listen for the specifics. And because we already took a commercial break, I'll just remind you of this. This show is presented by MyBookie.ag. Enter the promo code 12OZ Sports for up to a $1,000 first deposit bonus. Remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid, but you can bet on anything from anywhere you want, even right here in good old Bible Belt, Georgia. Alrighty, Monday Night Football recap. And you know what? I'll take a break and I'll do the Jets thing later on. But Monday Night Football recap here. Chiefs defeat the Saints 26-13. And I did keep an eye on this game like the first quarter or so. Then I started becoming a box score merchant, and then I just became, I had to go to work, and I didn't know who won the game. But I do know the Chiefs pretty much handled this football game. I gave the Saints plus 5.5 last night. That was wrong. So I apologize to you and yours. I will say this, though. This game reminds me of the Cowboys game, except here's the thing about those two games. The Sunday Night Football Cowboys victory, where yesterday I told you, I don't think the Cowboys media, the hype surrounding them, should base themselves off of that game. Because I thought the Cowboys should have won that game, and they did. This is another game. Chiefs beat a Saints team who is not the first 3-week Saints team. Granted, Kansas City shut down Alvin Kamara, and that's fine. Derek Carr got hurt, but Jake Hayner was not going to bring this team back, especially at a moment's notice, down 10-plus already. So, I think the Chiefs, the media's going to hype them up this morning as, oh boy, they're 5-0. And you know what? To be fair, Travis Kelce had a great game. Juju Smith-Schuster, who I've always liked since he played at USC, had a really fantastic 10-catch, like 140-yard game. Kareem Hunt can now run the ball for 27 times again. That's impressive as all get out. But yeah, not much to say from this game besides the fact Chiefs are 5-0. Saints are turning back into who we thought they were. And Dennis Allen better figure it out quickly, or him and Doug Peterson are in the race to see who gets fired next. Because that happened, we're going to do top 5 college football teams first. We'll take a break, do NFL teams, talk about Robert Saleh, and then we'll do the free bet of the day. So let's do college football teams first here, top 5 college football teams on the Vegas Square morning show. Reminder to catch 12 on Sports Best Bet subscription service. Sign up at 12onsports.com/bet. That's 12ozsports.com/bet. For just $5.99 a month, you can get the red hot transparent plays from Gamble Guy, Philly Pete, and Greg, aka the Sports Stance. Alrighty. Top 5 college football teams. Aaron has not provided me with his. Boo! And do I have a boo in here? I do not have a boo in here, but you know what? Mike did it. Oh, here's this.
How dare you?
I agree,
How dare
Greta.
you?
How dare you, Aaron? Okay, we're back. Alrighty, top 5 college football teams for me. The first 3 are remaining chalk, so Texas for 4 weeks in a row is my number 1 team. Number 2 is going to stay in Ohio State. This is where it's going to get tricky. Last week, I bumped Bama from not ranked to 3rd. This week, no, sir, they're out. So Bama's not a number 3 team. Number 3 is Georgia, who's going to crawl their way back up. Number 4, the Oregon Ducks, who I have not wavered on. And number 5, entering the chat for the first time this season, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Yeah, good job, Penn State. All right, when we come back, top 5 NFL teams, my reaction to Robert Saleh getting fired, and of course, our free bet of the day. Don't go anywhere. I know you won't.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play,
For years, we've connected fans to the game. But just like athletes and leagues, we must evolve and grow. This fall, 12 Ounce Sports is taking our game to the next level. Montana, we'll see you in October.
Back live here on Vegas Square Morning Show. I'm your host, Michael Carvelis. Let's get into our top 5 NFL teams. This is, I believe, week number 6 that we've done this now. So, without further ado, number 1 for 6 consecutive weeks for me, the Kansas City Chiefs are still at that number 1 spot. Number 2, staying put, the Baltimore Ravens, after getting a win against a division rival, they are still my number 2 team. And Lamar Jackson had a great game. Moving up to number 3, the Detroit Lions. Number 4, behind them, a team who got rid of the jet lag and got their Jets coach fired. The Minnesota Vikings are my 4th ranked team. The Buffalo Bills are out of the chat. They were 3rd last week, and I could not forgive them. So my number 5 team entering the chat are...
All hail the New York Giants.
No, sorry. Number 5 are the Houston Texans. So Texans get to my number 5 spot. And of course, honorable mention, as always, to the Indianapolis Colts. Okay. Now, there is a really big story we must get to. And let me add it to the banner here. Oh boy. Robert Saleh, you, sir, have been fired. Oh, wow. Imagine taking a trip to England and realizing the only memories you were coming back with was an L to the Vikings and Sam Darnold, which is actually funny because he reminds me a lot of Zach Wilson, who you shafted, young sir. And of course, another memory you might have is, I don't know, what memories do you have? You had to fly 7-hour flight. You were in position to win the game, and the offense once again sputtered. Now, we were also told that he was a good defensive coach. But here is what I'm going to say. People are not going to admit this fact because they don't like this quarterback. This began when the Zach Wilson situation was completely mismanaged. I will say it again. As much as people have been led to believe they don't like Zach Wilson, that is fine. But ever since that Patriots loss, when the punt return touchdown happened, when Zach Wilson's words were taken out of context, Robert Saleh allowed his team, despite Zach Wilson still being in the locker room, they wore pro-Mike White shirts the next week. Basically saying, middle finger to all of, to your own teammate. You gave the guy a middle finger, and that was inexcusable. So what do the Jets front office do? They go out there and they give you Aaron Rodgers. And I'll admit, Aaron Rodgers does not look the same as he has, but to be fair, the Jets' offensive line still sucks. Their run game still sucks. Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers do not have a connection. You can blame Aaron Rodgers all you want to, but head coaching does matter at some point. Now, I wouldn't be shocked if Nathaniel Hackett is promoted. I don't know who else you could promote. You're not going to do some in-season hiring. And here's another thing. How bad are the Jets going to spiral out of control now? Because you're now, the New York Jets record right now, they're 2-3. Including 2-1 in the AFC conference. It blows my mind that they would fire their coach at just 2-3, but again, it was so badly mismanaged by Robert Saleh, not just a Zach Wilson thing. Every time he spoke, he was inconsistent, and that always bothered me. I have constantly said the guy's not a good coach. He might be a good defensive coordinator, that's fine. He's not a leader of men. And the Jets media love this guy. You should be ashamed of yourselves for loving a guy you had no idea was going to be a good coach or not. You gave him every single pass, and behind the scenes, the Jets were like, dang, this guy is mediocre. But again, why fire him after week 5 when the team's only 2-3? It's a bad move by the Jets because of this point in the season. I can't believe I'm doing this for Robert Saleh. It's a bad move. Give the guy a few more weeks. The team's not out of control yet. But man, this is bad. Maybe Aaron Rodgers was not happy with something. I don't know. But this is just a weird spot. It's unfortunate because I think it was a bit too late. But now it's like, why do it now? It's just a lot to unpack here. Robert Saleh fired by the New York Jets. All right, so yesterday's free bet of the day of the Saints plus 5.5 did not come through. And to be fair, the Saints center was out. And that is a big deal. I think their left guard may have been out too. I can't remember, but I'll do better today. I'm not bad at doing the WNBA stuff, and I really want to take the spread here. But I know a lot of you do parlays, and if you don't do parlays, if you're doing single bets, you bet big anyways. So I don't think minus 204 is going to kill you. At 3.5, I might have liked this. But Lynx minus 4.5, something about that. The extra point was just, I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, I got cold feet. I think Lynx win the series. I've said this since day one. I couldn't jump on the spread. So minus 204, you got to get some juice or whatever they call it in the betting world. But you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place for Vegas Square Morning Show. Have a great day, everybody.